90s R&B girl group Jade gave us beauty, major sex appeal, and girl next door vibes, right along with their undeniable vocal talent. The trio had multiple hit songs and gold and platinum selling albums. But then it all stopped. Let's find out whatever happened to Jade. Both Joy Marshall and Tanya Kelly grew up in Chicago, but had different musical influences. Joy was raised on Motown, while Tanya had an ear for jazz vocalists like Sarah Vaughan and Nat King Cole. Di Reed grew up in Houston, surrounded by gospel, soul, R&B, bluegrass, and country western. All three moved to Los Angeles at different times to make their dreams of superstardom come true, singing background for other artists and working on their demo tapes. Even though Joy, Tanya, and Di are the faces the world got to know as Jade, it didn't start out that way. There were actually two other women who originally founded the group, Angela Slates and Deborah Mitchell. The first letter of their names, J-A-D, also made up their original name. Enter Cassandra Mills, president of the Black Music Division at Giant Records. She was looking to fill the gap with artists that could bring something different to the table and stand out among what was already popular at the time, like TLC and SWV. Around the same time, Kid and Play were getting ready to release their movie, Class Act, and they also needed songs to go on the soundtrack. The song, I Wanna Love You, was brought to the group to be recorded. Unfortunately, politics of the music business got in the way, and Angela and Deborah weren't able to record the song. The record label then decided that they should replace them with Di and Tanya. The switch worked, and the song became Jade's first hit. Now they were hot, and there was no time to waste. The next 2 years would go by in a blur. They added an E to the end of their name and quickly went to work on their debut album. Many 3 a.m. studio sessions over the course of the next 30 days produced Jade to the max. It dropped in November that same year and made its ascension on the charts with not only the help of I Wanna Love You, but also Don't Walk Away, their biggest hit to date, climbing all the way to number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. The subsequent singles, One Woman and Looking for Mr. Do-Right, also helped to push the album to platinum status and allowed the group to embark on their first world tour. Before they could unpack their suitcases, they ended up recording another album the very next year, but not in the studio. BET's Listening Party, a live performance album including their current hits, would serve as the group's sophomore album. Mind, Body, and Song, their third effort, came 1 year after that. The album produced 2 singles which did very well on the Billboard Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs chart, especially the second release, Every Day of the Week. Then, the momentum came to a halt. Tanya left the group in 1995, and even though the trio reunited for a couple times over the years for some more movie soundtrack work, this move spelled the end of an era for Jade. So, what happened? In a backstage interview while on tour for the Jade to the Max album, the group spoke about the importance of understanding that the music business is, in fact, a business, and artists need to educate themselves and know what they're getting into. It seems that from the very beginning, the dollars weren't making sense. In 2005, right around the time Joy's solo album, Testimony and Praise, was getting ready to drop, she did an interview where she mentioned a book she wrote after the group split that she felt inspired to put out due to her experiences with the record label, titled Answers to the 20 Most Asked Questions About the Music Business. She revealed that the label mismanaged their funds, and as a result, even though Jade had sold millions of records, they still owed their label millions of dollars, and they never got their share at all. She also spoke about the experience during a TEDx talk in 2015. Also during this time, Joy worked a regular 9-to-5 job and raised a daughter. Tanya did some movie soundtrack work for Disney and Trimark Pictures before switching gears and starting her own interior design firm, designing multi-million-dollar estates and homes from the construction end to the decorating end. She actually had a degree in interior and architectural design before she joined Jade. Over the years, her stellar reputation has afforded her the ability to work on properties for many celebrities like Michael Jackson, Toni Braxton, Vivica A. Fox, Anthony Anderson, and Sylvester Stallone. Di Reed carved out her own path in music and became a featured vocalist for Rod Stewart's band. She's also contributed to numerous projects for other artists such as Stevie Wonder, Christina Aguilera, and Gwen Stefani. All three kept in touch over the years, and in 2014 they decided that they needed to get back into the game and reunite, but this time with a new member, Miracle Holloway, who would, interestingly enough, pop up as a contestant on the singing competition show The Voice years later. Di at the time was still touring with Rod Stewart, so she was unavailable. They debuted their first new song in almost 20 years, Baby Love, and announced that they were working on a new album called Continuum. At the time of the making of this video, it has yet to be released. Their reunion also seemed to be short-lived because by 2018, while promoting her new solo single Love Language, Joy did a radio interview with the Luke and Cami show, where when asked if there would ever be another reunion, she responded, "People are doing their own thing, but you know, we love each other. We're just, I guess, at different places in our lives. Like I said, it would be great. I'm down. Right now, I'm just doing Joy Marshall." Thanks for watching. Please like and share the video and subscribe for more amazing content. See you next time.